from the Lyceum of Maths and Computer Science. Today we would like to tell you about the similarity and difference in children's nursery rhymes and proverbs in Russia and England.
The knowledge of the foreign languages means the ability to feel richness and depth of the national culture. People's wisdom and spirit manifest in their proverbs and sayings, and they help to understand people's thoughts and characters. The most richest people's experience which are connected with the work, the way of life, and the culture are reflected with the proverbs. Correct and appropriate use of them gives the speech uniqueness and expressiveness. We formulated the aims of the research as follows: to analyze English proverbs and to compare them with the Russian ones, to analyze nursery rhymes at English language and find their historical meanings and their translations in Russian, to analyze English proverbs and to make a table of English proverbs according to the grammar categories. The subject of our study is more than 100 English proverbs, 100 Russian proverbs, and 20 nursery rhymes and English language. Scientific knowledge of the research consists is to the attempt and to analyze English proverbs and find their Russian equivalents. Sometimes the first lines of the famous nursery rhymes, like "Goosey, goosey gander," are practically coincide. For example, the first line of the famous Russian nursery rhyme, "Goosey, goosey, ga-ga-ga," they are coincide and they only differ on the essence, goosey and goosey, followed by gander, an element of onomatopoeia, fall and
or sound imitative words.
The songs are often so similar, the characters and the motives, that it gives us the reason to be confident that they have common origin. For example, the poem about the ladybird. Ladybird, ladybird, fly away home. Your house is on fire and the children are gone. All except one. Her name is Anne, and she hid under the frying pan. Here we can see signs of ancient myths and rituals. And let's compare songs about the rain. Rain, rain, go away. Come again some April day. Little Johnny wants to play. It is easy to see the traces of ancient spells, charms, magic verbal formulas uttered in order to influence the surrounding world in these poems. In some cases, the similarity of nursery rhymes are just a coincidence, and in some cases it is due to the efficiency of cultures and long-time borrowing. So, we can conclude that many traditional English children's songs are quite similar to Russian ones, and in this sense, the world of Russian and English childhood has similar signs. Russian lullaby songs were made to create an image of any scary characters that can frighten the child, like grey wolves or bears or wolves. But it is a rare phenomenon in English nursery rhymes, and it is very hard to find such things there. In comparison, the English and the Russian nursery rhymes and proverbs can show us that Russian and English people have much in common, and some proverbs coincide completely. Men may meet, but mountains never. If you run after two hares, you will catch neither. Another man's soul is always darker. Shorter parties, less tears. So, learning proverbs can help people of one culture to understand people of another culture better. In conclusion, we would like to emphasize that learning proverbs and nursery rhymes that reflect national characteristics of countries' people of learning language can help to improve the motivation to learn foreign language, remove national barriers, and understand values and ideals of another culture better. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, your question, please. Yes.
Okay. Do you use Russian or English proverbs in your everyday life or your speech?
Actually, I don't use them often, like sometimes, and I would say that I don't use them, actually.
Okay, thank you.
Sometimes I use them into my passive life.
In your what?
In my life.
Yeah.
Everyday
That's
life.
everyday life, you mean? In your everyday life. Okay. Yes. Any more questions? Well, I've got one. So, you have mentioned the proverbs which coincide in Russian and in English, and you gave one to kill. Well, in English there is another proverb to kill two birds with one stone. Do you know any other proverbs which really coincide in Russian and in English?
Yes, a few. If my uncle was a man, she would be my dad. And you know, better late than never.
Better late than never. Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So if you don't have any other